Jatko is here. Hey, Brent, how are you? It's good to see you.
Good to be seen.
Very good. Madam District Director, we are ready when you are. It is currently 6:25.
Thank you, ma'am. And it is 6:25. And as much as I really want to start right now, I recognize that many of the members are having difficulties entering the room.
Getting in. That's okay.
I want to give them the opportunity to get logged in before we start.
Yes. Okay, not
Thank
a
you.
problem. So let's just keep on socializing. Welcome, Monica Rose. I see you. It is so good to have you here. We always love when you come visiting District 56. Thank you so much for popping in.
My pleasure. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Monica, tell us what's your role in this upcoming year?
I am supporting districts. I am in 4 clubs in District 50, visiting here today as an international candidate for International Director Region 5.
Okay, very good. Well, we wish you all of the best. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are here tonight and you have not as yet renamed yourself, it is time to do that. Please reach out and let someone know if you're having problems getting that done. And if you haven't renamed yourself, I see Kathleen has not renamed herself. Well, hello, Kathleen.
Hey,
We
just
would
for a
love-
second, for those individuals who have a role tonight, helping with the meeting, please put that in front of your name so that Brianne can make you a co-host. For Monica Rose, she should be a co-host.
Okay.
Yes, I think I'm probably an exception, district director.
Correct.
I'm an
That is correct.
exception because I have a vote to cast. So I need not be co-host.
That is
Okay,
correct.
thank you for clarifying, Akeem.
You have the list, Brianne. I put it in your chat.
Yes.
Thanks, Rayan, for pronouncing my name correctly the first time. Wow, that's impressive.
It's impressive.
Yes, that's impressive.
Well, we all get that, right?
Yeah.
People are continuing to come in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are up to 88 participants tonight and looking forward to an awesome meeting. Looking forward to an awesome meeting tonight. If you are joining us for the first time, that you have never been to a business meeting, we are so pleased to be able to present what has been happening across District 56 in the last year and how we are looking forward to closing up the year strong. So thank you so much for coming. Everyone is welcome, especially if you are a club president or VPE, an area director, a division director, part of the senior 7, or specially invited guest. If you are here and you are not in that category, we still love you, but we would like you to stream this business meeting on Facebook so that you do not vote, or you do not have that voting privilege tonight when we are asking our members who have that voting privilege to vote. So please make sure that you are recognized as either president, vice president of education, area director, division director, or a member of the senior 7. Thank you so much.
Rayanne,
Yes.
we holding 2 titles.
I'm sorry?
You're holding 2 titles.
If someone is holding 2 titles, is that you're asking? Okay, so just put at least 1 title, or just put that first and then a comma and the second, because you'll be able to, I'm not sure how in Zoom we are accounting for those with multiple votes. Is there anyone on the credential side who can help answer that question for us?
I like your answer that there's only so much space in the name field, and just if you put one of your titles in there, that'd be fine.
Okay. We'll make it a good one. Both make it a good vote tonight.
We'll start at 6:30.
We will start at 6:30. Well, how much more time is that?
A minute.
Well, that looks like 6:30 to me.
Oh, there we go.
Right.
I see one more person.
Thank you all so much. And I turn it over to our district director, Mrs. Rose Williams Bradford.
Hear my gavel. Good evening, district leaders and fellow Toastmasters. The 2021 District 56 Council meeting will now come to order. I am Rose W. Bradford, your district director and presiding officer at this meeting. Welcome, club officers, district leaders, staff, members, and guests. We are on the home stretch, having maneuvered our way through this COVID pandemic, total lockdown, shortage of essentials, winter storm leaving us without water and power. We've had losses, and more losses. But as Ramona says, we are still standing. I commend all of you for being resilient and staying in the game. As strongly as I believe in reaching out to members and clubs and teaching by sharing tips, techniques, knowledge, and experience, it is equally important that we keep moving forward and staying engaged. And you have done just that. Your presence tonight lets me know that you have done what you have done, and I thank you, all of you, for your support. Now, as you know, in this virtual world, we are always asked to please keep our microphones on mute until you're asked to speak. This eliminates some of the background noises that can occur. And if your phone is close by, you may want to put it on silence also. In tonight's meeting, we are conducting official business and we will adhere to the Roberts Rules of Order. To ensure that this meeting goes according to plan, our program quality director, Joe Ido, is going to be my second in command. In the event I lose my internet connection, she will have the script and she will pick up where I leave off. As soon as I reestablish connection, Joe will return the floor to me and we will continue. The third person in place to assume control in the event both Joe and I lose connectivity is Club Growth Director, Chandra Munagavalasa. For clarity, members of the District Council are composed of club presidents, club VPEs, so please make sure that is in front of your name. Also elected and appointed district managers, the senior 7, which is the district director, myself, which I'll be considered the chair, Madam Chair tonight. It is the club growth director, program quality director. It is the finance manager, administration manager, the public relations manager, and the immediate past district director. Those are your senior 7. It also consists of all area directors and all division directors. If you are here tonight and you're not serving as a district council member, as I just shared, if you're not a Zoom master or a co-host, an invited guest like Monica Rose, please understand that though we want you to be aware of everything, this meeting is being streamed live on Facebook. If you're not serving in those areas, please remove yourself from this meeting and watch us via Facebook. At some point, I would like the assurance that everyone that I've mentioned has been made a co-host. Like Monica Rose, could you put guest in front of your name, please? So that we can understand who all should have voting privileges. Thank you. Continuing on, only members of the district council will be able to speak in debate, make or second a motion, or to vote on motions. You'll hear me say this more than once. If you choose to speak, please put your name in the chat along with your position and wait to be acknowledged. In order to expedite matters during the meeting, I will use the term if there is no objection or without objection, we will do A, B, or C. This implies unanimous or general consent. If there is an objection, we ask that you put your name in the chat along with your position and again, wait to be acknowledged. When a vote is required, you will also hear me state, the chair will entertain a motion for A, B, or C. At this time, you will enter your name and your position in the chat. And when called upon, please identify yourself and your position and begin with these words: I move, whatever that motion may be. Having said all that, let's get started. It's now time for us to salute our flag. Please remain muted during the recitation, but please join us by standing and speaking the words loud and proud from each of your homes. Please join me in welcoming our logistic manager, distinguished Toastmaster, Jennifer Nelson, as she leads us in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you, Madam District Director. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jennifer. We will now have a few words of inspiration by someone we all know and we all love. Help me welcome our past distinguished District Director, Cheryl H. Warren. Cheryl?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good evening, District 56 family. As I reflect on this season of our lives, I realize this has been a year for the record books on so many levels. When we first became aware of this pandemic, none of us thought for 60 seconds that the shutdown would last over 6 weeks. And yet 60 weeks later, we are still, for the most part, maintaining our distance socially. I love our current district director's motto of reach one, teach one, and keep one. It is brilliantly simple in its wisdom. Reach one. Reaching out isn't always easy or convenient, for that matter. Reach out anyway. I know of several people I've reached out to who felt like no one cared about them, remembered them, or even knew they were still there. Don't let that be your Toastmaster brother or sister. Teach one. We have learned the etiquette required to lead meetings online and how to communicate more efficiently. Because we're beginning to lead hybrid meetings, we are in a unique learning opportunity which will impact our global economy, our communities, and our families. As we practice in our home clubs, how to be aware of and inclusive of those online, as well as the members in the room, we will be industry leaders and subject matter experts in hybrid meetings. But to whom much is given, much is required. This is our call to action. After all, we are part of the premier leadership and communication organization, Toastmasters International, where leaders are made. Keep one. This year has changed us. We have morphed into a far-reaching district. We are invited to attend meetings around the world and are reaping rich rewards as we gain members in our own home clubs from other countries. It's like a pandemic of relationships. In fact, I'm gonna coin the phrase global relationship pandemic 2021. What y'all think? Is that okay? Can I? No, no. I'm gonna keep working on it. Don't worry about it. But another area of joy is club members we lost in the past due to out-of-state moves and schedule changes are now able to participate because hybrid meeting capability has all but eliminated these barriers. In fact, if you heard the golden lady earlier, she said, we now have global citizenship. It is wonderful to share our meetings with old dear friends again. The dark side. COVID-19 is an awful disease. We've lost friends and family, with over 500,000 people in the United States alone and millions around the world. Let not the loss of our loved ones be in vain. Anyone can see the dirt, but it takes a winner to discover the diamonds. Allow the brilliance of the light shine through your actions. It is not hard to find the silver lining to online meetings. Just look for them. Count our blessings. Ladies and gentlemen, we will never be as we were before COVID-19, but we don't want to be the same, do we? We've grown and we cannot ungrow. We have crossed the boundaries of continents and oceans, experiencing diversity and unity like never before. We have learned, and we will never be able to unlearn. We have discovered shared heartbreak and communal kindness. Embrace a harmonious motto of our current district directors: reach one, teach one, and keep one, with our District 56 Director-elect Joe Ido's motto of service before self. Let me leave you with these words from Diana Ross. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. Madam Chair.
Thank you. Cheryl, did you enter the lip sync contest earlier? That was awesome. We cannot ungrow. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, as we reflect back, I would like to recognize past International Director, Region 2 Advisor, Distinguished Toastmaster, our godmother, Pamela McCown, as she leads us in a few moments of remembrance for Toastmasters who have touched our lives over the years and have transitioned during the 2020-2021 term. Please help me welcome Pamela McCown. Pam?
Thank you, Madam District Director. Each year at the annual business meeting, we give pause to honor the Toastmasters in our district whose lifeline has come to an end. The memories of these individuals will remain in our thoughts and in our hearts for years to come. Giving honor tonight to Paul Ralph, Jodine Passmore, and Charles Knight. First, Paul W. Ralph from Talking Bull Toastmasters Club 8607. You will be missed. Lifeline, February 27th, 1944 to July 12th, 2020. Paul Ralph first joined Toastmasters while working as a CPA in Lubbock, Texas. After taking over the family business in Houston, he rejoined Toastmasters in District 56. He loved Toastmasters and everything for which the organization stands. He even convinced his daughter and son-in-law, Lisa and Tracy Thomason, and his granddaughter to join Toastmasters. During his last year on earth, he served District 56 as an area director and often called his daughter and son-in-law to share the success of the clubs in his area. Paul passed 12 days after his term as area director ended. Jodine Passmore, you will be missed. Lifeline, January 31, 1938 to July 27th, 2020. Jodine Passmore was a founding member of the Word Crafters Toastmasters Club and is credited with creating the name of the club. His wife, Carolyn Passmore, wrote, "It is with a broken heart that I inform you my beloved husband of 51 years, Joe Dean Passmore, had his homegoing on Monday, July 27th, 2020 at 5:38 p.m. at Methodist Sugarland Hospital on the COVID floor. He was surrounded by his family via the technology of Zoom. Charles Chuck Knight, you will be missed. Lifeline, May 17th, 1960 to March 7th, 2021. Chuck Knight was a valued member of the Pasadena community and Pasadena Toastmasters. At the time of his death, he was serving as the president of Kiwanis Club of Pasadena, Texas. In 1978, he graduated from Pasadena High School and then attended Sam Houston State University on a football scholarship. Chuck will be remembered as a man who cared for his family, friends, and members of the community. Special condolences go out to his mother, Barbara Knight in Pasadena, Texas, his brother and sister-in-law, John and Wendy Knight in Oregon, and the extended family. Let's pause and remember these members. Back to you, Madam District Director.
Thank you, Pamela, for recognizing these special leaders. We truly appreciate your dedication and the care that you give to all District 56 members, those present and past. We're now at the point where we will establish quorum and explain the voting procedures that will be used in tonight's meeting. But before I do that, please pause with me to send prayers and positive thoughts to Steve Jones and his family. Amy, Steve's wife, brother, transitioned last week, and the services for him have been held this weekend. In Steve's absence, the certification of quorum report will be given by the new credentials chair. Please help me in welcoming distinguished Toastmaster Harold Eaton to explain the voting procedures, followed by the credentials report. Harold?
Thank you, Madam District Director. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and leaders. Assisting with the Credentials Committee this year is distinguished Toastmaster Amish Patel. This will be an interactive process, so I thank you in advance for your participation. Voting tonight will be done by polls using Google Forms. The polls will be posted in chat. You will launch them by double-clicking on the link and selecting your best choice for that question. To get started, you will be asked 3 questions. Number 1, are you a District 56 Club President or VPE? Number 2, if you are one of these officers, the second question is, how many club officer votes do you have? This is in case you hold multiple president or VPE offices. Sometimes a VPE or president holds 2 offices. Please note that, and there's a maximum of 2 of these votes. Even if you're president in 5 clubs, you get 2 votes. Please note each club may receive 2 votes, 1 for the club president and 1 for the VPE, if both are president. There are no proxies, as was discussed earlier today. The third question is, are you a DEC member? That is the Senior 7 Division or Area Director. A DEC member who's a club officer can have a maximum of 3 votes. Now, please open your Zoom chat section and click on the quorum ballot. So Amish, would you please post the quorum link in the chat? Thank you. This is your ballot to vote. And I'm going to give you a minute to pull it up and vote. You'll start with the first question. If you say yes, you go on to the second question. If you say no, you go to the third question.
Mr. Timer, will you give us an audible notice when the 1 minute is up?
Yes, I will.
We're doing great. The responses are flying in.
Well, that may be, but I can't find it.
Are you able to see the chat?
Yes,
Okay. It's posted twice in the bottom of the chat. It says,
in the bottom. Well, maybe I just didn't go down far enough.
okay,
No.
go look a
The
little.
bottom of my chat, all I see is VPE Sean Harrington and Anthony somebody. I can't find quorum anywhere.
One down a little further, it says from credentials, Amish Patel to everyone. And it's posted twice in the very bottom of the chat.
No, not on my chat. No, please.
If I could break in, you probably have opened the participants instead of the chat.
Oh, maybe I did. Well, no, I was in the chat and I just clicked on the participants in the chat.
Yeah, well, don't. I believe he's right, the person who spoke up. You want to be in chat, go all the way down the bottom, do not click on participants.
Oh, okay.
Stay in
Just
chat.
go all the way to the bottom. Oh, there it is. Oh, well, see, I was looking for.
Nope, Kathy, that's exactly
Yeah.
where you need to go. Thank you.
That's what I was looking for, something else. Thank you.
And thank you to the gentleman who spoke up. That was an excellent observation.
Our minute has expired.
Okay,
Thank you, Robert.
so at this time, Amish, would you transfer those numbers that we have over into the sheet? And he's doing that right now. So what we have so far is 99 club officers present, and that number will probably go up. We have 240 club officer votes. We have, okay, now the number's gone up to 120 club officers present, and 85% of them have one vote, which makes sense. We have 138 club officer votes, that is, and we are entering the numbers right now, pulling them off the chart for the number of deck members present. And the number of votes has stayed steady at 121 for the club officers present. And so the number of deck members present says it's 121 deck members present, and those the 1/3 of those would be 30
Many
okay.
club officers and VPEs. That's what you're going to share with us. Right?
So the number of club officers present.
You need another minute? We can take another minute while you figure that out in the background.
Many members present should be 30.
Harold.
Yes, go ahead.
Would you please figure that out and then report out?
Yes, I will. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. And while he's figuring that out, we may have more people to join in. Again, I want to again say greetings to everyone that I haven't had the chance to do that with. Thank you for taking the time to meet with us and to fulfill one of your promises that you would attend these meetings. I know they're not the best thing to do, but necessary things. So what I would say is that as we continue on, I want to just make this disclaimer. Though I would love everything to be perfect, that typically doesn't happen. It's my plan for everything to be perfect. It's in my heart, in my hand, and in my mind. So what I ask you to do is when things go bump, don't charge it to my heart, just to my hands and my mind and electronics, because we don't know what they're going to do. We have no control over that. That's one thing about Zoom. It works perfect when it works. When things go awry, we just have to keep pulling forward until it gets back right. The thing that's so great about tonight's meeting is that our headquarters understood all the mechanics and all the limitations that COVID has had on us. So they lightened the restrictions this year for how we meet a quorum. And by your presence tonight, all our club officers, you have assured that we indeed have a quorum because it's based on everyone present on the line. So we have no issue tonight in ensuring that we have quorum, and that's a wonderful thing. So kudos to Toastmasters International for making sure that things went a whole lot smoother this time around. And thank you for coming.
Okay, we are now ready with the numbers, and the number of deck votes present are 30. The number of leadership, the total number of leadership votes is 170. A simple majority would be 86. A 2/3 majority would be 113.
Thank you, Harold. To repeat, with, you didn't give me the exact number, but.
Would you like the total number of
club officers?
The total number of club officers present is 121, and 1/3 of those is 40.
So we have 121 club officers in attendance, which of course, as I said, assures that we have a quorum. As Harold mentioned, or as I mentioned, because of TI's reduced restrictions, 186 is what is required for us to have a simple majority, and 113 for a 2/3 vote. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Are there any questions on the credentials report? If you have a question, please type your name and your position in chat and wait to be acknowledged. Our Zoom masters will notify me if there's a question in chat. Hearing none.
Rose, there is a question or there is a concern.
What's the name?
That President,
give me the individual's name.
I'm sorry. President, is it Nishu? I can't see the full name. A president of a club, Nishu, mentioned they're having trouble when entering while trying the Zoom link. Message kept up saying that the host has another meeting going on, and they finally got in with the following link. So they got, anyway, they weren't able to get in easily.
Yes, thank you. That was one of the reasons I was delaying on the front end, because I had become aware of that. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
But it appears there's no questions about the credentials. So without objection, the credentials report is adopted. Moving on, the next item of business is the mission statements. As we go forward in our roles this year, it's vitally important that we keep the international and the district missions in mind with everything we do. This includes the work we do in tonight's district council meeting. The Toastmasters mission statement says that we empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. And our district mission says we build new clubs and we support all clubs in achieving excellence. And we do that here in District 56 with integrity, respect for each other, service with excellence in all that we do. I'd now like to just make a couple of opening statements. It goes without saying that how we treat someone or how we make them feel will be remembered above what we say or do not say. As district leaders, I am so proud of all of you for your excellent service, for your dedication, and the commitment as you have repeatedly upheld our core values. As area directors, you have built relationships with members and with officers in your respective areas. And many of you held council meetings whereby members from different clubs were able to connect, find support, and learn from you and each other. As division directors, I have witnessed you going above and beyond to ensure your teams receive the support, resources, and guidance needed to feel confident in fulfilling their assigned roles. Thank you for reaching and for teaching. Retention or keeping is outside of our control, regardless of how hard we try. COVID and life circumstances in general dominate whatever we may have planned. Please note that the numbers reflected on the dashboard are in no way a reflection of the hard work, the long hours, and expert skill set that you, our program quality director, and our club growth directors and their teams have given to District 56. Thanks to all of you for fulfilling the district mission and my vision. I would like to pause and ask us to give each other a hand. I will now take a few minutes, just a few more, to go over how the meeting will run tonight. We will present to you items brought before the District Executive Council on April 13th for approval. These are items for adoption, review, and approval tonight. To provide a district update, we will also provide a district update at the second half of the meeting, and these are for information only. There'll be executive reports. After then, we'll be presented, we'll have the election of our newly or our incoming officers. Then we'll have them installed. And then we'll hear from 2 candidates running for Region 5 International Director. We're in Region 5, by the way. And then our newly installed officers, as I said, will be installed. And then I'll have announcements, and guess what? Then we get to not go home, but cut off this computer and enjoy the rest of our evening. So as mentioned, Robert's Rules of Order will be followed, which means that the meeting will be orderly and scripted. Permission from me is needed to speak. When there is a discussion on an item, it will be limited to 4 minutes. If it appears that further debate is necessary, after 4 minutes has elapsed, I may exercise my discretion and consider extending that time. But however, in the interest of time and for the benefit of members, I ask that you please limit your remarks to the points of debate that have not yet been mentioned and that are relevant to the pending question. No member may speak more than once on the same proposal or longer than 1 minute. We will alternate between delegates in favor of or opposed to the proposal. If the same points of debate are repeated by the speakers, I may end the debate stating that no new information is being presented. When you have questions, please type your name and your position in the chat and wait to be acknowledged. We have a team of dedicated members working in the background to assure that everyone is heard. When you make a motion, wait to be recognized and then proceed with identifying yourself and your position, followed by the words, "I move." To second a motion, after being recognized, follow the same process. You may restate that motion or simply identify yourself, your position, and followed by the words, "So moved." We're now moved to the agenda items. The first item is the adoption of the agenda. You received the agenda prior to the meeting via email several times, and it's been posted on the District 56 website. Without objection, the agenda is adopted. Hearing no objection, the agenda is adopted.
Madam District Director.
And
is there someone in chat?
Yes, Carol Caraway.
The chair recognizes Carol Caraway.
Carol Caraway, VPE, club number 9951. I'm concerned that you didn't put your designation or your trio designation on the agenda. Is that a typo? Can that be corrected?
Possibly an overlook. Robert, would you take note of that for me?
But other than that, that's my only concern.
Thank you. We will add that to the agenda and then we will make sure that it's filed properly on the district website. Thank you for that, Carol. At this point, I'd like to recognize those who are making this meeting possible, those that I mentioned earlier that are helping in the background. Our officials for this meeting are as follows. Administrative Manager, Distinguished Toastmaster, Robert Bailey. Robert is a member of Sit Go Voice and Dining Out Toastmasters. Our parliamentarian, who's in my ear as I speak, Distinguished Toastmaster, John Robert Behrman. He's a member of Dining Out Toastmasters and he's Vice President Public Relations of Park 10 Talkers. Credentials Committee Chair, Distinguished Toastmaster, Harold Eaton, who is our webmaster. He's also VPE and Treasurer of Houston Galleria Project Management and Treasurer of Health, Wealth, and Happiness. Committee member for Credentials, Distinguished Toastmaster, Amish Patel. He's a member of High Noon and Word Doctors Toastmasters. Zoom Master, Distinguished Toastmaster Rayanne George. She's our Finance Manager and also serves as Vice President Public Relations of Determined Master Speaking. And she is a member of Dining Out Toastmasters. Zoom Master, Distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer Nelson. She serves as our Logistics Manager and she holds multiple offices from President to Sergeant at Arms in 3 clubs, Dining Out Toastmasters, Path of Professional Speakers, and Speak Up Houston Toastmasters. One of our conference technical team members, Sergeant at Arms, Presentation Mastery 1, Akeem Oni, he's President of Chenier Toastmasters. Another technical team member who's serving as our timer, Distinguished Toastmaster Robert Estes, he's Treasurer of Big Red Toastmasters. Another technical team member, Courtney Hatton, she's President of Sweet Talkers, a member of Master Evaluators, Southwest Project Management, Dining Out Toastmasters, and West Pearland Toastmasters. And we also have a technical team member, Sergeant SAA Distinguished Toastmaster Michelle Cuellar, who's a member of Deerwood Toastmasters. So for each of them, we also need to, thank them for making sure. They will be the ones that will help us in the background. They will help with the timing and any other things that may come across. Thank you in advance, everyone. At this time, please help me welcome our Administration Manager, Robert Bailey, for the minutes approval.
Thank you, Madam District Director. Minimize this. Good evening, District Council members. Madam Chair, a copy of the minutes of the September 19th, 2020 meeting were made available on the district website and were emailed to the District Council members well in advance of this meeting.
Thank you, Robert. Since everyone's been given ample time to review the minutes, unless there's an objection, we will dismiss with the reading of the minutes. If there's an objection, please put your name and your position in chat. Hearing no objection, we will dismiss with the reading of the minutes. I now ask, are there any corrections to the September 19th District Council minutes? Without objection, the minutes are approved as presented. Now for the fun part for tonight. We're moving to the adoption of the Alignment Committee report. The report of the alignment committee proposing any changes in the alignment of areas and divisions for 2021, 2022 has been presented to the district executive committee and approved by that body. It was based on the best information available at that time. It is the function of the district council to now adopt the report, accepting its proposed changes. Your vote will be required. Please join me in welcoming Alignment Committee Chair Balaji Madana to present that report. Balaji?
Yes, thank you. Can you all hear me? Good evening, Madam Chair, District Council members. Due to the vast updates to the dashboard since the DEC meeting of April 13th, the Alignment Committee will be presenting a substitute report tonight that better reflects a more realistic distribution of clubs within our district. My name is Balaji Madana, Chair of the Alignment Committee. Before we dive further into the report, I would like to take a minute to recognize the committee who had been a success for this alignment project. The committee consists of Rose Bradford, Joe Ido, Chandra Managawalasala, Harold Eaton, Alan Ashe, and myself, Balaji Madana. Rose, Joe, and Chandra were a great support for our team, for Harold, Alan, and myself to be a very successful work in aligning the clubs of each areas of the division. They, besides the communications, they were also helping us with data from the Toastmasters International, which was a very good information for us to move forward. Next slide, please. In addition to the committee, we have the 7 division directors who had helped us provide data of all the clubs in each area, which did support in making decisions in the alignment project. Next slide, please. The alignment project is an annual report that we provide to the Toastmasters International about the alignment of all the clubs in each district. And one of the goals is to geographically align clubs within areas and division. In addition to the guidelines, each division must have 3 areas, and each area would have a minimum of 4 and a maximum of 6 clubs. Next slide, please. In addition to the criteria, we do have some statuses that we had to manage, look into it before we align the clubs. And they are the suspended clubs, ineligible clubs, low clubs, and active club. COVID moratorium was imposed on club suspensions in fall of 2020. A suspended club has been one which is low or ineligible for 1 full renewal period and must not be reinstated to prevent permanent closure. Ineligible club are club with paid members, but does not include the 3 renewing members. Low clubs are the clubs where you have 8 paid members, but includes 3 renewing members. And active clubs are 8 paid members and includes 3 renewing members. This information is also further found in our Toastmasters reference 377A club status guide document. Next slide, please. What you see is the alignment report, which was proposed on April 13th, and one which is also a substitute. So the proposed one had 177 paid clubs, 20 ineligible clubs, 11 low clubs, and 1 suspended club, totaling to 209. The substitute report has 157 paid clubs, 28 ineligible clubs, 10 low clubs, 14 suspended clubs. The total is 209. The total active clubs is 195. Next slide, please. The highlights of our alignment project is classified into divisions and areas. With this new alignment, we are still going to keep the 7 divisions. We did move 1 club from Division O to Division Q. The club that was moved is called Surgetty, which was renamed as Cap Jetty. And the new address was located in Division Q, so we had to move the club from O to Q. Then we moved one club from Division M to Division Q due to the 6-club area limit, and the club was called Stafford Talking Titans. Some of the new clubs were also relocated based on physical location. Next, looking at the areas, due to with this alignment project, we did remove 6 areas. Those are M33, N21, N26, O15, P4, and R62. The total area count has changed from 41 to 35. Next slide, please. What you see are the new clubs added as of July 1st, 2020. We have 7 new clubs, and you see 3 columns here, the current division area and the planned division area. What you see are, we have a new club in L44, 2 in N, one is N20, other one is N21. One is going to O13, then P2, Q54, or 2 and 2 Q54. Next slide, please. These are the data. What you see on the screen consists of the current area and clubs and the planned areas and clubs. We have 5 columns in there. The first column lists all the divisions in District 56, and the current areas count and the club area count in each division is shown there. With the planned areas, it shows the changes in the number of clubs and the number of areas in each division. The total clubs here with the planned report is 195. Next slide, please. What you see is the District 56 showing all the divisions, 7 divisions, and the 35 areas. Next slide, please. This is Division L, which is all those areas spanning from west of the College Station all the way to east of Beaumont and north of Houston. Next slide, please. This is Division M, which is all its areas in it. It spans from west of Houston to west of Rosenberg, south of Katy, and to south all the way to the base city. Next slide, please. This is Division N, with all its changes and its areas. This area spans from northwest of Katy and all the way to west of Houston downtown. Next slide, please. And what you see here is Division O and its areas which cover the Houston downtown and the surrounding areas of Houston downtown area. Next slide, please. Division P and all those areas which are spanned from east of Houston downtown all the way to Galveston Bay and all the way down south to Freeport. Next slide, please. This is a Division Q, and as all its areas, this area, Q division area, spans from south of Houston to southeast all the way to southwest to Missouri City. Next slide, please. And this is Division R. This spans all the areas from northwest of Houston downtown all the way to northwest of Cypress. Next slide, please. So this concludes our alignment proposal. I move for the adoption of the substitute alignment report submitted tonight by the Alignment Committee. Thank you.
Madam Chair, 2 notes here. Okay.
Is there a name in chat?
Yes, President of Talk of Turn, Marcia Urgence, and VPE Carol Caraway. Over to you, Madam Chair.
Repeat the first name.
The first name is President Talk of Turn, Marcia Urgence.
Okay, thank you. The chair recognizes Marcia Hudgens.
Yes, excuse me. There's no issue in the Consort Club going to be placed in Division N. It had been originally placed in Division O. I believe that was the second or third slide that was given. I don't know if it makes a difference, but as long as it's placed in the appropriate division, but it was originally placed in O.
I'm sure Balaji, he mentioned up front that clubs were chartered in one place, but then they were realigned to the proper location.
Oh, they will be in July.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
According, and what you see here is what's going to happen in July.
July, okay. Right. Okay.
The chair recognizes Carol Calloway. Carol?
Sorry, Madam District Director. I just have a couple of questions about the maps and the areas that you've taken away. Is there a reason why you took like M33 instead of M35 and moved them around like that, instead of saying now we have M31, 32, 34, and 35 instead of in consecutive order? And on map M, M33 is still on there.
Yeah, so if any area that was removed, we did make sure that the numbers will be renumbered, because we don't want to lose a number in between the sequence. We want to lose the higher number area number. So that's what is going to happen starting July.
That answers my question. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
There's a motion on the floor. May I have a second?
There's
Madam
another
Chair.
question. President 3614557, Latonia Jones has a question.
Thank you. Chair recognizes Latonia Jones.
Thank you. I just have a question. I saw that P4 was going to be removed with 4 or 5 clubs remaining. I'm just trying to seek clarification on that. I don't understand why P4 is removed and 5 remains and they're going to be reordered. Can someone kind of explain that to me? Because it will still be P1, P2, P3, P4, P5.
Yes, as I mentioned, if you're looking at some area numbers missing in the sequence, they're going to be re-numbered from right from lower to higher. So if you see missing P4 but P5 and P3 are there, we will push that P5 up to P4. We'll renumber it.
But 5 still remain, because originally it was P1 through P6.
So yeah.
So it'll still be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. But as I said, one of the reasons if we removed any club is because we couldn't satisfy the criteria of having minimum of 4 active clubs, and the remaining could be 2, could be ineligible or low status clubs. So if we could not do it, so we had to move around the clubs and extend that areas and everything.
Okay.
Madam Chair. Division P Director, Patricia Carreras.
I need to unmute. Thank you. Following up with
second,
Laton.
Just a second, please.
Yes.
Robert Estes. What was my timing? You're on mute.
44 seconds.
Thank you. Chair recognizes Patricia Carreras.
Thank you so much, Rose. Following up on Latonia comments, I have to say that area P4 in particular has 6 clubs. It's a very strong area with 5 clubs in good standing, compared to area P6 that have 4 clubs and 2 clubs that are not in good standing. So it is not clear to me why area P4 was selected to not to exist anymore, but I have no issues with that, because at the end of the day, you are going to move clubs from one area to the other to cover 5 areas for Division P, but not very clear why the selection was Area P4. Thank you.
Well, to give you an answer back, we had, since the last day, several changes have happened. Even if the area is good, we had to distribute some of them. And because we cannot, if they were far away and some were closer, we had to move them around. So it's nothing to do with performance of anything on each area of or a division. So
we will now go back to the motion that's on the floor. The motion was made for the adoption of the substitute report presented by the Alignment Committee. Is there a second to that motion? Please type your name and your position in chat for recognition.
Madam Chair, VPE Sally Boyd seconded the motion.
The chair recognizes Sally Boyd.
VPE Sally Boyd, I second that motion.
Thank you. The motion has been moved and seconded for the acceptance, for the adoption of the substitute report from the Credential Committee. Are you ready for the question? The question is on the adoption of the motion that the substituted report of the Alignment Committee be adopted as presented. At this time, we'll now get our credentials to post the poll or the ballot.
Amish, will you please post the ballot for the alignment?
And if Harold, if you can, Harold, would you text those to me once they're done?
Yes. So the ballot has been posted. Would you each please cast your ballot?
Little laughter, huh? Jennifer, we should have had one of your songs.
Should have had Cheryl sing the rest of her song.
That's true.
Madam District Director, this is the time we have spent thus far on this voting issue.
Thank you, Mr. Timer.
Madam Chair, we have had 125 responses.
Harold, I asked you to text those to me.
I know I was having trouble texting. I'm sorry. I'll try again.
You saying you cannot text?
I was having problems. Amish, could you please text them? Are you able to text them to Rose, please?
Rose, I sent you a text.
I see them. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the results of that poll. We have 125 responses with a 97% yes. I will ask for the direct count so that we can properly record it in our minutes. So if you have the direct numbers, would you please state those now? How many yes, how many no?
Rose, we have 121 yes, 4 no's.
Thank you so much. And thank you to all of you on the alignment committee, Balaji, Alan, and Harold, for your hard work and your double duty work. Okay, next. We're at the portion on our agenda where it says there's an optional break. Unless there's an objection, which you need to let me know, and I'm good either way, we will continue on. If there's an opposition, we will have a 5-minute break. What's your pleasure? If you have an objection, please put your name and position in chat.
There are no objections in the chat.
Thanks, Jennifer. We are now at the portion of our meeting where we will have several reports presented that are for your information. They do not require a vote. Additionally, we will be voting for your future leadership, the 2021-2022 candidates, after all these reports have been presented. So our next order of business is the mid-year audit report. Please help me welcome our audit committee chair, past distinguished district governor, distinguished Toastmaster, David Rebellis, as he presents the mid-year audit report. David?
Madam District Director and members of the District Council for Toastmasters District 56. The Audit Committee has a responsibility to ensure that the mid-year profit and loss statements accurately reflect district income and expenses. The mid-year audit, as well as the year-end audit, are included in the World Headquarters tax information filed with the United States Internal Revenue Service each year. Incorrect or inappropriate expenses may result in the loss of Toastmasters International's tax-exempt status. On Friday, February 12th, 2021, the Audit Committee, consisting of Todd Nathans, Adam Shaner and I met virtually to review the profit and loss statements for period July 1, 2020 through December 31, 2020, to confirm that they accurately reflect District 56's income and expenses. Employing auditing standards that require us to comply with ethical requirements, we performed various audit procedures to obtain reasonable assurance about whether that statement is free from material misstatement. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. In our opinion, the statement of profit and loss, actual versus budget summary, presents fairly in all material respects the financial position of Toastmasters District 56 for the 6 months ended December 31st, 2020, in accordance with the audit guidelines of Toastmasters International. Madam District Director.
Thank you, David. Our next order of business is updates for the district on the budget and the profit and loss statement. Please help me welcome our finance manager, distinguished Toastmaster, Rayanne George, as she explains our current financial state. Rayanne?
Thank you so much, Madam District Director. At present, the cash position of District 56 is quite healthy. For the month ending May 31st, 2021, total available funds for the district are $110,780. Of this, we do have immediate access to about $30,000 in our own personal banking account here in Houston, Texas. The rest of it is in our district reserve. The district is required to keep a minimum of at least $18,000 in our district reserve, and at present, we do have $98,000. Next slide, please. For your viewing pleasure, this is the financials through March 31st, 2021. The Toastmasters International Finance arm is currently in the process of certifying these financials, and once they have been certified, a copy will be placed on the Toastmasters Houston District 56 website for your viewing at a more leisurely pace. Right now, the December financials are out there if you wanted information on what has happened for the first 6 months that David just alluded to in the audit. A couple of things to know. Our membership revenue is quite close to what we have budgeted. The variance is 1,300, and that represents about 120 member payments. So if you know a member in your club who needs to renew, it's time to pull them back in so that we can be on track to meet our budget. Fundraising. At this time, I would like to recognize the awesome services of one of our area directors, Ms. Samantha Traylor, for her help in fundraising for our district. These funds have helped us tremendously this year and are helping to power us through this conference. District store revenue. So far this year, we have collected almost $1,180, and I would like to acknowledge our very own Jennifer Nelson for her awesome work in keeping the district store up to date. We do have a couple more pop-ups scheduled for May, so if you are wanting some pretty t-shirts or some Toastmaster swag, please make sure to keep following us on Facebook and looking out for those emails that will tell you when the next district store is. Conference expenses as part of our district expenses. As we all know, we are virtual and we are hopefully everyone's enjoying this beautiful new Wova platform. Those expenses are the majority of the expenses for the conference this year. The Wova platform and making sure that everyone can participate virtually without having a cost. This year, we are really focusing on making sure that we recognize all our members, and we are spending to the limit of our budget, as you can see, on recognition. Recognition is so important, especially now that we are in a virtual environment and we want to stay connected. Club growth, we are continuing to spend. We have new clubs that are coming out. So I just processed some invoices for banners. Congratulations to all the new clubs being formed. Marketing outside of Toastmasters helps Toastmasters in the wider Houston area to find us. So if you have been enjoying our beautiful new website, and if your club has benefited from our use of Google AdWords, marketing outside of Toastmasters is helping with that. Public relations is one of the ways that our club keeps in contact with our members through email marketing, text marketing, and all sorts of other communication platforms. Education and training, we are continuing to spend and recognize in that area. Our speech contest expenses look a little low right now, but don't worry. All of those medals have been processed and they are coming to you. So if you have won a medal, hold on, they are coming. Administrative expenses help keep our district running with storage and other admin expenses. Food and meals, we do have a very small budget, or we may not have a budget, but we do have some expenses there to really recognize and thank those awesome people who have come to our visit to lend their expertise. And again, travel is very small this year as we are not traveling outside of District 56 for any conferences or any international events. At this time, our net income for District 56 through March 31st is $38,000, which puts us ahead of our budget. And we are continuing to monitor our funds and to spend for the benefit of our budget. Of our members. Thank you so much, Madam District Director.
Thank you, Rayanne. And thank you to both you and David for presenting these reports. I know that they take time. Our next order of business is updates from the marketing team. How we're seen from the outside is as important as the access to resources and information. So please help me welcome our Public Relations Manager, Distinguished Toastmaster, Terry Green.
Good evening. As a Public Relations Manager, it's our responsibility to generate positive awareness of the Toastmaster brand for the purpose of attracting and retaining members. As you can see from the first slide, we rolled out an awesome new website. I could not have done this without our team. Harold and Amish, who's over our webmaster, and Avi, who's over the social media team. We also had a paid consultant, and we thank very much Jim Laurie, because without him helping us with the technical part of it, believe me, I don't think we would have made it. Jonathan Laurie, thank you. So we appreciate all the help that he's given us in rolling out this awesome new website. If you have not seen this website, you've missed out on a treat, because it's really a awesome thing that we've done. Some of the progress and things that we made, we obtained a grant from Google nonprofits to provide free unlimited Google accounts, include Gmail, Google Drive for ongoing documents, continue and shared access. That way that all of the paperwork that we used to keep has now been uploaded to where we can easily pass down to the next incoming people. 2021 speech contest and business meeting will use shared Google Docs and forms for voting. An improvement from the paperwork that we all have. Work with the team to roll out the new website. Again, our team did an awesome job in getting all the kinks out as our trio was cracking the whip to make sure that we get it out there and to you and have access to you immediately. Continue use of exiting Google AdWords and grant 35% of the traffic site in less than 28 days comes from paid search for Google AdWords. We upgraded our older mass email system to Constant Contact. We have over 3,709 contacts that we send email to. Our open rate is 36% from our Constant Contact email service, with an average industry open rate is 22%. So we are good, but not good enough. We ask people to add tmd56.org to their trusted address book. If you're not getting emails from tmd56.org, you're missing out on the information. With our social media, as you can see from the slide, we did an awesome job with the Constant Contact to where one person doesn't have to sit there and go to each one of these to update information. Through the Constant Contact, we was able to upload immediately to all the sites. It is an awesome thing to use for you members, for the district, for all the information, to notice your members, your club, your events that you have. If you haven't been using this, this is the tool for you to use. To ramp up the social media and Who Site Central Administrative Tool, please, if you have not added this, especially if you're a new officer coming in or a new member coming in, if you don't have this added, you are missing out on all of the important information that the district is giving out to you. You'll miss the emails that's coming out to important meetings or agendas that's coming out that you need to have. So we really do need for you to go in to add this so that you will be on top of all the information that our district is handed out. Back to you.
Thank you, Terry, and much gratitude to you and your team members for all the hard work and long hours that you give.
Thank you.
I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Joe Ido for the countless hours of expert work she has poured into our website and all the resources that we have. She's done so much work until our website is like ragu. Whatever you think about, it's on there. Thank you, Joe. I also want to give a shout out, as Terry alluded to Jonathan Lauro, who listened to us, took our scribbled notes, and built a website second to none. We are indebted to both of you. Now we're going to move into our other reports. And our first one will be our club growth and retention status. Please help me welcome our club growth director, distinguished Toastmaster, Chandra Munagavalasa. All yours, Chandra.
Thank you, Madam District Director. Can we go on to the next slide, please? When we first started this year, we got 189 clubs. So when you saw that the alignment report before, they were like 205 clubs. So what's the difference? Those additional 16 clubs, they're not in the base because they're not in good standing, which means they do not have 8 members. They have either 0 members, 2, 3, but it's not 8, it's less than 8. So the base is 189. And as of today, if you see, the base is 190. So what happened to that one club? So one of the club which has been suspended, it came back. So that's a really, really good sign. And now, as of today, the number of clubs in good standing is 157. So you might be thinking, why this number? It looks really low. That's true. This number is low because of many reasons. I'm not going to go back to COVID and blame on that. But let me tell you one thing. When we had the renewals in October, they were 154. And before this April renewals, we came back to 177. So that's a really good sign. So even though it's 157 now, we have a plan. We still have 2 more months to retain some other clubs. I'm going to talk about the retention plan at the last slide. Next slide, please. This is the same representation of the previous slide, just to give you in percentages. We have 83% of the clubs in good standing and 73 either low or no members. Next slide, please. Area Director Resort, kudos to all the area directors. Round 1, they have completed all the area director visit reports. In some cases, you see more than 100% because in that area, there could be a new club, or in that area, the area director has visited the clubs which are not in their base. So that's why you see more than 100%. And for the second round in May, because of the speech contest, most of the area directors were busy with the area speech contest and the division speech contest. Now that these are over, I'm sure we're going to see 100% in each of those divisions. Next slide, please. These are the area directors who completed their 100% of area visit reports. Congratulations to L41 area director, Charlene, L44 Aaron, N32 Cassie, N34 Luz, N20 Samantha, N22 Andrea, N24 Emmanuel, N25 Sai, O15 Carol, P1 Fatima, P2 Pinar Site. She's the first one to complete 100% of area visit reports. Congratulations, Pinar. P3 Elizabeth, P5 Karen, P6 Fatima again. Fatima Jones, thank you very much for supporting 2 areas, Q50 TT, Q51 Brent, and Q52 Allison. Congratulations, all area directors. Next slide, please. These are the new clubs. As of now, we have 7 clubs. We are going to get at least 3 more clubs. I would say very likely we're going to get 3 more clubs. And there are so many other clubs in the pipeline. If we are lucky, we might even get more than 3, but we should definitely get 3 more clubs by the end of this Toastmasters year. Next slide, please. As of April 27th, we have 4 clubs with 7 members. So if you get 1 member in that club, those clubs will be in good standing. There are 4 other clubs with 6 members, and we are, as I said, there are 3 prospective clubs. Very, very likely they're going to charter by the end of this Toastmasters year. And there are 8 clubs with 15 or more members. And at this time, there's no renewals for those clubs. Some of the clubs could be corporate clubs. Sometimes the corporation doesn't pay right away. So we're going to go after all these clubs. We should get something like 19 clubs. It doesn't mean we'll stop with that, but at least these are the low-hanging fruit. So if we get these clubs, we should be at 176 clubs by the end of this Toastmasters year. And that's still a negative 7.4% net growth, but at least, having that 176, I think that's a really, really good sign during these COVID days. Back to you, Madam District Director.
Thank you, Chandra. Not only for presenting these reports, but for your professionalism and patience, regardless to the perceived urgency of a situation. Our next order of business is updates from the education leader in our district. Please help me welcome our Program Quality Director, distinguished Toastmaster, Joe Ida.
Thank you, Madam District Director. Next slide, please. Well, good evening, District 56. I am so thrilled to report from July through March, District 56 Toastmasters have filed 1,226 educational awards. In addition, we have 124 Triple Crown recipients. As you can tell from this graphic, members are working through all pathways levels. Next slide, please. The number of District 56 educational awards filed each year, as indicated in this graphic, reveals the power of pathways. As you see, the educational awards have doubled with pathways. Next slide, please. This chart displays our club officers are enrolling in pathways while our members are lagging behind. We actually had a drop in pathways new member adoption rates from December to March, partly because of new clubs. I would challenge area directors to present an educational session to their clubs that stresses the importance of new member orientation and pathways enrollment. Imagine if every Toastmaster pledged in their club of earning at least one educational award in a Toastmaster year. the positive downstream effect for the club, area, division, and district. It would be electrifying. In the words of Pamela McCowan, what gets scheduled gets done. Next slide, please. As we heard in Lark's keynote last night, having all club officers trained as part of a wow factor club. In round one, we had 71% of our clubs with 4 to 7 officers trained. In round two, that percentage dropped to 63. Let's challenge ourselves and our clubs to support all clubs in achieving excellence. Let's be the wow factor club, area, division, and district. Next slide, please. From July through April, we have held 56 online leadership electives with 796 members participating. Toastmasters, growing and learning together, that's what it's all about. Next slide, please. As of April 27th, we had 19 President's Distinguished Clubs. Today, we have 21. Added to this list is Aggie Toastmasters and Chenier. Next slide, please. We have also 8 Select Distinguished Clubs. Chenier moved to President's Distinguished, and we added 1 Distinguished Club, Memorial City Toastmasters, since this presentation was put together, for a grand total of 35 clubs reaching distinguished or better. My challenge to all district officers is to encourage your clubs to finish strong. There's free money on the line. Okay, Toastmaster gift certificates for clubs meeting our district incentives. Finally, Zoom Master, could you please spotlight Elizabeth Ruiz? Come on, Elizabeth, turn your camera on. She's being shy. Elizabeth is, there she is. Hey, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is our P3 area director and was the first area to be distinguished. Congratulations, Elizabeth. Give a shout out.
Thank you.
All right. Now, Zoom Master, one more, please. Could you spotlight Fatima Jones? Fatima, please turn your camera on. Is she being shy too? There's Fatima. Fatima stepped up to fill not 1, but 2 area director roles. Without question, she took on P1 and P2, all without receiving district service credit. This is a true testament of service above self. Congratulations, Fatima, on your distinguished P1 area. Great job. Back to you, Madam District Director.
Thank you for that report, Joe, and for all you do for District 56. When serving in certain time-limited positions, I learned that countdown begins as early as 300 days out. I've also heard that Toastmasters is no exception. We think that when we've completed our term as club president or district director, that our roles as a leader is over. No, 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 that's not the way it goes. I yield my time on the agenda so that we may glean words of wisdom. Please help me welcome our immediate past district director, Kathy Kess, as she shares her insights and observations from this year as the immediate past district director. Kathy.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Walk with me through this past year. None of us could have anticipated the devastating COVID tsunami that hit our clubs, communities, our state, country, and world. Madam District Director, council members, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Last year, we all felt that wind knocked our sails off when the Houston rodeo was canceled midstream and Toastmasters International asked us to go totally virtual. I never thought I would see the day when the Houston rodeo was shut down. We were on a wonderful path toward achieving President's distinguished success as a district. And then we were decimated by the pandemic storm. We needed help, and reaching out across the nation to District 52 located in Washington State, they invited us to sit in on their brainstorming and lessons learned sessions as they too were just a few weeks ahead of us in this process. They were so vulnerable and laid it all out there for our team to see. Immediately, technology teams were formed within our district and research began in earnest to discover the best ways to help our district grapple with Zoom mastering. The facts. Overnight, it seemed we went from 195 clubs to 52 clubs paid on April 1st of 2020. We felt that earthquake to our toes. We weren't worried about the numbers, we were worried about our members. We had 70 members scheduled to reach their DTM that year. Our district was floundering. A team led by Rose Williams as Program Quality Director and Joe Ido as Club Growth Director, alongside with our website designer, Jonathan Laura, and our Public Relations Manager, Amish Patel, were the glue, duct tape, and prayers that managed to sustain us. This has been one of the most challenging years I've ever seen. We passed our torch from our leadership group to the next, but it was very poorly done. We didn't know what we were doing still. Everybody was just scrambling to find our way. They picked it up and ran with it. Oh my gosh, what an amazing year we've had. Please take a few minutes to show your appreciation to our trio, Chandra, Joe, and Rose. They have pushed themselves and each other this entire year for you. There is so much to be grateful for. I see strong teams, new alliances, lifelong friendships, and natural leaders emerging. I see selfless acts of kindness and tireless workers who have sacrificed sleep, time with family, and sometimes even their health to make sure everyone is supported. Bottom line, I am proud, amazed, and humbled to have been a small part of this district leadership team, and I can only imagine what the future holds. We weathered the storm, and in typical Houston fashion, we are finishing Houston strong. Madam Chair.
Thank you, Kathy, for sharing those insights and for your observations for the past full year. I'll ask that you remain as we go directly into the next agenda item, the district leadership report. Will you please introduce the district council to the candidates for the 2021-2022 district service?
I would be honored. Thank you, Madam District Director. The 2021-2022 District Leadership Committee was formed on January 15th of 2020 and began meeting at that time. In accordance with the Toastmasters International District Election Protocol 9.0, the District Leadership Committee nominates one or two candidates for each of the offices of District Director, Program Quality Director, and a minimum of 2 candidates for Club Growth Director. The District Leadership Committee nominates one or more candidates for the offices of Division Director and all other elective district offices. We hereby recognize the members of the District Leadership Committee and thank them for their dedicated service on this committee. We follow protocol and put forward 2 candidates for Club Growth. Unfortunately, the second candidate withdrew her candidacy on March 24th due to situations beyond her control. The members who served on the 2020-2021 District Leadership Committee are, for Division L, representing Charlie Pitts. For Division M, representative was Keith Romaine. For Division N, the representative was Troy Rocket. Division O, our representative was Steve Jones. Division P, Carolyn Hamilton. Division Q, Tammy Cool. And finally, Division R, Carolyn Charney. We needed one representative from each one of our divisions in the district. It is with my honor the District Leadership Committee submits the following district leader nominations. For District 56 Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Joe Ido. For Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Chandra Munugavalasa. Our Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Charla Ozen. Now our Division Directors. For Division L Director, Dynamic Leadership 5, Project Management 5, Avishik Roy Chowdhury. Division M Director, Effective Coaching 5, Presentation Mastery 1, Yvette Hayes. Division N Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Jose A. Betancourt. Division O Director, Competent Communicator, Project Management 3, Ramona J. Smith. Division P Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Elizabeth Ruiz. Division Q Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Rube Roy. And finally, Division R Director, Competent Leader, Innovative Planner 5, Strategic Planning 5, Cassie Brandley. District Director for Bradford, that includes my report on behalf of the District Leadership Committee.
Thank you again, Kathy, and your entire committee. Being on the District Leadership Committee requires an extensive time commitment and proper evaluation of candidate assessments and interviews. Thank you to all the District Leadership Committee members who devoted time to be a part of this important process. Fellow Toastmasters, you have heard the reports of the District Leadership Committee. For the office of District 56 Director, one name has been placed in nomination. Distinguished Toastmaster Joe Ido. There is one uncontested candidate for the office of District Director. Without objection, the chair will dispense with a secret ballot and instruct the administration manager to cast a single verbal ballot for the candidate in this uncontested office. Please type your name and your club number or office in chat and wait to be acknowledged if there is an objection.
Madam Chair, a point to note, and this came directly to me from different people, but I'm going to summarize it for you. You addressed it earlier on, but apparently some people joined later, so they didn't hear. Number one, irrespective of the number of qualifying positions that anyone may be holding, I believe you addressed that earlier on, that one person can only vote twice. Number two, the question came around, if I can vote twice, how do I receive that ballot to be able to vote twice? That's question two. Question three, how can you assure me that my ballots are secure and that if I say yes here and no there, people are not gonna know? So what's the degree of confidentiality that you can promise us? And these three questions came from different people directly to me, and that's why I'm addressing it to you. Over to you, Madam Chair, and if you have any clarifications.
Thank you for those questions. The protocol was, if there was a question, it would be, your name should be put in chat. I would be notified, and then I would be able to address your concern. At this point in the agenda, the voting process that you're referring to has elapsed, and we're going to move forward. We can discuss this offline at another time, but for now, we will move forward. If you have a question, please put your name and identify your position in chat at the time, and we can address it then.
Thank you.
Hearing no objection for the candidate Joe Ido as district director, I will now instruct the administration manager to cast an audible single ballot.
Madam District Director, I declare elected.
Thank you, sir. For the office of Program Quality Director, one name has been placed in nomination. Can you spotlight Chandra Munagabalasa? There is one uncontested candidate for the office of Program Quality Director. The chair will dispense with the secret ballot and instruct the administration manager to cast a single verbal ballot for the candidate in this uncontested office. Please use chat for any objections at this time.
Madam District Director, there are no objections in chat.
Thank you. Hearing no objection, we will dispense with the secret ballot and ask the administration manager to cast a single verbal ballot.
Madam District Director, I declare elected.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next Program Quality Director. For the office of Club Growth Director, one name has been placed in nomination. Distinguished Toastmaster Charla Ozen. Will you please spotlight Ms. Ozen? There is one uncontested candidate for the office of Club Growth Director. Without objection, the chair will dispense with the secret ballot and instruct the admin manager to cast a single verbal ballot for the candidate in this uncontested office. Please use chat for any objections.
Madam District Director, there are no objections in the chat.
Hearing no objection, we will dispense with the secret ballot and the administration manager will cast a single verbal ballot.
Madam District Director, I declare elected.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next Club Growth Director. Thank you, Charla. For the office of Division L Director, Presentation Mastery 5, Abhishek Roy Chattery has been placed in nomination. Please spotlight. There is one uncontested candidate for the office of Division L Director. Without objection, the chair will dispense with a secret ballot and instruct the admin manager to cast a single verbal ballot for the candidate in this uncontested office. Please use chat for any objections.
Madam District Director, there are no objections.
Without objection, we will dispense with the secret ballot and the admin manager will cast a single verbal ballot.
Madam District Director, I declare elected.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next Division L Director. Thank you, Avi. For the office of Division M Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Yvette Hayes has been placed in nomination.
Madam District Director, there are no objections in chat.
Is she on the line? I would like to spotlight her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ms. Yvette?
Madam District Director, Yvette is not on the line.
Thank you so much. There is one uncontested candidate, Yvette Hayes, for the office of Division M Director. Without objection, the chair will dispense with the secret ballot and instruct the admin manager to cast a single verbal ballot. I've been told there are no objections to Yvette Hayes, so without objection, we will dispense with the secret ballot and the admin manager will cast a single verbal ballot.
Madam District Director, I declare elected.
Thank you, sir. Next is the Office of Division N Director. If he's present, please spotlight Jose Antonio Betancourt, Distinguished Toastmaster. Distinguished Toastmaster Jose has been placed in nomination. There is one uncontested candidate for this office. Without objection, the chair will dispense with secret ballot and ask the admin manager to cast a single verbal ballot. Please type your name and identify yourself in chat if there are objections.
There is not an objection, but a spelling of his last name.
Count it to my hands, not my heart. Sorry about that. Without objection, we will dispense with a secret ballot and the admin manager will cast a single verbal ballot.
Madam District Director, I declare elected.
Thank you. For the office of Division O Director. Is Ramona, I'm not sure she's back in town, but if present, please spotlight Ramona. The only name that's been placed in nomination is Presentation Mastery 3, Ramona Smith. There's only one uncontested candidate for this office of Division O Director. Without objection, the chair will dispense with the secret ballot and instruct the admin manager to cast a single verbal ballot. If there are any objections, please use chat.
There are no objections in the chat.
Hearing no objection, we will dispense with the secret ballot and the admin manager will cast a single voice ballot.
Madam District Director, I declare elected.
Thank you. For the office of Division P Director, a new DTM, Elizabeth Ruiz, has been placed in nomination. I know she's here. There is one uncontested candidate for the office of Division P Director. Without objection, the chair will dispense with a secret ballot and instruct the admin manager to cast a single verbal ballot for the candidate in this uncontested office. Please put your name and you identify yourself in chat for any objection.
There are no objections in the chat.
Without objection, we will dispense with the secret ballot and the admin manager will cast a single voice ballot.
Madam District Director, I declare elected.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next Division P Director. Next will be the candidate for the office of Division Q Director. There is one, Distinguished Toastmaster Ruth Roy has been placed in nomination. There is one uncontested candidate for the office of Division Q Director. Without objection, the chair will dispense with secret ballots and instruct the administration manager to cast a single verbal ballot. Please use chat for any objections.
There are no objections in the chat.
Hearing no objection, we will dispense with the secret ballot and the admin manager will cast a single verbal ballot.
Madam District Director, I declare elected.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next Division Q Director. Last but never not least, for the office of Division R Director, there's one name that's been placed in nomination. Dynamic Leadership 5, Cassie Branley.
Cassie's not there either.
There is one uncontested candidate for the office of Division R Director. Without objection, the chair will dispense with secret ballot and the admin manager will cast a single verbal ballot. Please use chat for any objections.
Cassie is on Facebook, but there are no objections in the chat.
Hearing no objection, thank you so much. We will dispense with the secret ballot and the admin manager will cast a single voice ballot.
Madam District Director, I declare elected.
Ladies and gentlemen, it brings me great pleasure to present to you your 2021-2022 District 56 Leadership Team. Congratulations, everyone. Awesome. Speaking of pleasure, it is now my honor to introduce the next item on the agenda. We are now in the space where we will hear from candidates campaigning for the office of Region 5 International Director. To receive a nomination from Toastmasters Board of Directors to become an International Director, a candidate must have a vast knowledge and understanding of Toastmasters direction, purpose, policy, and programs. Therefore, TI, Toastmasters International, have given assurance that Region 5 will be in good hands. Both candidates are known to many in District 56, and today have asked for the opportunity to introduce themselves to those they have not yet met. I will not give a formal introduction, as they will each have 4 to 5 minutes to do so. Without further ado, in alphabetical order, I introduce to some and present to others Region 5 International Director Candidate Farzana Chauhan. All yours.
Greetings, Honorable District 56 Toastmasters and leaders. Your journey of resilience and growth during this past year is commendable. Congratulations on supporting each other with the heart of gold. You have not only chartered 7 new clubs, but 35 clubs are distinguished or better. You have doubled the Pathways Education Award. This shows your grit to move forward during the tough times. I have great memories of your kindness during my visit to your district. It is so good to see all of you today. When we look back at our path, we are reminded of so many lives which have been transformed by Toastmasters' journey. I know someone who joined Toastmasters after an embarrassing professional experience where she was not able to read an introductory paragraph in front of 200 audience. She felt like an absolute failure. Someone who had studied at a renowned private university and had worked for many years on complex projects cannot read a paragraph. We all can relate to such experiences. Like many of you, I joined Toastmasters to overcome the fear of judgment by others. But this has also opened the doors to follow the inner passion, which is to help my fellow human beings in achieving excellence through self-development and awareness. Don't we all relate to such incidents? We all have been there, and we all are doing things which were unimaginable for us, just like yourself. The impact of Toastmasters on our lives is undeniable. And this is our journey of constant upward movement. And this journey will go on till we live to serve. At this time, when I am running for International Director of Toastmasters, our challenges are huge and unforeseen. We are in a place where we have to reevaluate our entire life in the split of a second or in last 20 months. And what we are doing, as we are specifically talking about our organization and future, we are facing 2 main challenges. First is the retention at both club and membership level. Our second challenge is what we will look like going through this virtual world. Are we going to continue the meetings online, or will we have some kind of a hybrid model? Definitely, those who would like to meet on site will do that, but we need to evaluate our structure and program during this pivot into the virtual world. This, along with other strategic initiatives, engaging younger population in the world and adjustments are what I aspire to work on as a member of the board, meaning how our organization will manage all the challenges which our members and clubs are facing. My aspiration is to help accelerate the process of transformation and work towards the future which will accomplish the successes of all members of Toastmasters International. Why I say that? My international experience of working on complex healthcare projects are uniquely aligned with board. I have worked on strategic initiatives with diverse teams in different time zones, which will help in supporting all of our districts internationally and nationally. I bring with me my human-centric nature, cultural and emotional intelligence to serve all of you, each one of you. I am Farzana Chauhan, humbly asking for your vote as Region 5 International Director. Please vote for Farzana Chauhan. Please stay safe and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Farzana. We too remember your time here. Now I would like to go forward and also introduce to some of you, present to others, Region 5 International Candidate, Distinguished Toastmaster, Monica Rose.
Madam District Director, fellow Toastmasters, I am honored and thrilled to be here today to share a little bit about who I am, my passion, and my why. I am from Louisiana. I am the first girl after 3 boys. My dad thought he had a basketball team going, but I broke the mold and had 3 more sisters after that. So I am one of 7. My dad worked on cars and it would always bring me outside because he thought I was one of the boys. And that is where my love for engineering came from. So I went to work in Los Angeles, California for an aerospace company. And this is where I learned, working on the airframes, that it takes teamwork. It takes tough decisions, where we made tough decisions every day. I know as a mechanical engineer, I couldn't do the job all by myself. So I know the value of teamwork and strategic thinking. From that, I moved to Texas and had a chance to work at another company where this is where I got my first introduction to Toastmasters. Now for over 15 years, I have been growing in the organization. I wish I would have started a little bit earlier because of all the friends that I've made along the way. But with that, the same things happened. I had a chance to travel internationally to see my installations installed in England. And I had a chance to know that my installations throughout the world have made an impact for our customer, the Air Force. Working together is what it took. And then coming to Toastmasters, I learned the value of teamwork as well, but I met so many amazing people. Some of you I've met before, and I'm happy to make new friends tonight. But that's where my passion comes in. This is something you don't have to ask me to get out of bed to do because my passion is there. When I look at someone who is giving their Toastmaster table topic response for the very first time, and you can see their excitement, but yet you see that they may not get to the green card. And I'm sitting there cheering in the seat saying, oh, you can do it. You can do it. To 6 months later, watching them giving their icebreaker speech again, a different question this time, but they get to the 2-minute mark and I'm cheering in the seat again. Oh, don't go over, don't go over. This is the passion that fuels me every day to make sure that our programs are in place. Another aha moment that I had from the power of the Toastmaster program, I could see my leadership experience in place in another organization outside where my skills immediately assimilated into that role as board president of Women of Visionary Influence, where we sit and make strategic observations or strategic plans to grow that organization and build the direction of the new future of the organization, which is what we do in Toastmasters. I bring my analytical skills to answer and ask those questions. My passion and teamwork says I will be there and ask those questions. Yes, I saw the question in the Q&A for this session where we will look forward to bringing on more youth. I look forward and would love to see that as part of our ERP program. We have a chance to make that impact there. But strategic thinking ahead of time ensures that we see the direction of the organization. We have a lot of work to do. I see a better pathways program. I see leadership development in a way that our leaders are strong and our clubs have quality leaders. And the growing of our organization, yes, we can do that one member at a time. Yeah, we don't get paid for this, but the opportunity is priceless. And for those reasons, I will bring all of those skills to the board and take immediate action because of my experiences. For International Director, Region 5, I humbly ask you cast your vote for Distinguished Toastmaster Monica Rose. Back to you, Madam District Director.
Thank you, Monica. We wish only the best for both of you. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure to formally introduce your incoming officers. It was another pleasure to have our Region 5 international candidates speak to you. But now I have pleasure upon pleasure as I now bring before you the golden lady herself, past international president, distinguished Toastmaster, Lark Doley, who will install our incoming district leaders. Lark?
Thank you, Madam District Director. Could we please remove the PowerPoint from our screen so that we can see our incoming district leaders in full screen? District 56 Toastmasters and guests. The district is the service arm of Toastmasters International. The district mission is to build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. We are indebted to our district leaders for their dedication to our core values: integrity, respect, service, and excellence, and their commitment to strengthen our organization through their district leadership roles. And if we can remove the PowerPoint, whoever has, thank you so much. Thank you so much. First, I do want to acknowledge the current district leaders. So I'd like to ask all of our current elected and appointed district leaders to raise their hand in the chat. Thank you for adapting to our challenging world and for your creativity in approaching how to fulfill the district mission this year. Remember that your responsibilities for the current Toastmasters year continue until midnight on June the 30th. All members and guests, please give this year's district leaders a virtual round of applause for their Golden District Leadership Service this year. Thank you all, and we look forward to all of your accomplishments by June the 30th of this year. And now we are honored to induct our elected 2021-2022 District 56 leaders. Would all of the 2021-2022 division directors please turn on your videos now? The following Toastmasters had been elected as division directors for the upcoming year. Division L Director-elect, Abhishek Roy Chowdhury, Dynamic Leadership and Presentation Mastery, Level 5. Division M Director-elect, Distinguished Toastmaster Yvette Hayes. Division N Director-elect, Distinguished Toastmaster Jose Antonio Betancourt. Division O Director-elect, Ramona J. Smith, Competent Communicator and Presentation Mastery, Level 3. Division P Director-elect, Distinguished Toastmaster Elizabeth Ruiz. Division Q Director-elect, Distinguished Toastmaster Roop Roy. Division R Director-elect, Cassie Brandley, Innovative Planning and Strategic Relationships, Level 5. Division Directors, your primary responsibility is to build a cohesive, collaborative team of area directors to support their clubs in achieving excellence and to share more gold by chartering new clubs. You serve your division clubs by providing district support and resources to your area directors to ensure that every club realizes its mission and fulfills its responsibilities to its members. To achieve this, you set division goals, conduct division council meetings, coordinate division activities, and assist in the training of area and club leaders. Now, I will introduce each of you. I know a few of you are not present tonight, but I'm going to ask those of you who are present to answer a table topic. You weren't expecting that, were you? But this table topic should be easy. I want each of you to share your vision for your role next year, but in one sentence. Now, all of you expressed your vision for your year in the candidate showcase video. Your only challenge now is to express it in one sentence. So let's see how well you do. I'd like us to spotlight our first division director, 2021-2022 Division L Director, Abhishek Roy Chowdhury. And now, Avi, if you would, please unmute yourself and state your vision for your year as Division L Director, but in one sentence. Over to you.
Thank you, Madam. I have one vision, and that is my members of the club, the clubs, and the area directors by end of 2022 should be in much better position than how they started in 2021.
Thank you for your vision. Please spotlight. I believe that Yvette is not here. Is that correct? Is Yvette here?
I think she's now on.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right. So let's spotlight our 2021-2022 Division M Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Yvette Hayes. Yvette, please unmute yourself and state your vision. 2021-2022 Division M Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Yvette Hayes. Oh, I love that. Repeating myself. Unmute yourself and state your vision. 2022 Division M Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Yvette Hayes. Oh, I love that. Repeating myself. State your vision in one sentence, please, Yvette.
To work closely with the members. My goal is to enhance the membership. The members matter most, and I am ready to achieve that goal.
One sentence, please, Yvette.
To work closely with the members. My goal is.
All right, Yvette, thank you. Would you please mute yourself now? Thank you so much. And now, please spotlight the 2021-2022 Division N Director, Jose Antonio Betancourt. Jose, will you please unmute yourself and state your vision in one sentence?
Yes, my vision for this next period is to work shoulder by shoulder with all my area directors, encourage them, empower them, and make sure that we all together meet our goals and achieve all what we want to do for our district.
Thank you so much for your vision. And now would you please mute yourself? Please spotlight our Division O Director, Ramona J. Smith, if she is present. Is she present now?
She's on.
She is not?
She is just getting on the
She's
call
just
right
joining the
Wonderful. All right, Ramona, please unmute yourself and state your vision for next year in one sentence. There she is. Hello, Ramona.
Hi, I literally just got to Houston from St. Louis. So I'm like, I am on the plane.
So kind of you to join us.
Oh, no worries. What was the question? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Very easy. State your vision in one sentence, and then we'll let you get off the plane.
State my vision in one sentence. Growth. Growth.
As Division O Director.
Right. As Division O Director. And I'm literally right on the spot. This is just like table topics. That's a great question.
That's
Lark.
right. I know this is your table topic. But now last night you had an alliteration for Division O, so you know you could just use that.
I have literally been in training for the last week for a new position. I'm a full cost accountant now with the Environmental Protection Agency. So that's all that's on my mind right now. But whatever I said last night, that goes double for right now. How about that?
I am going to find it for you because I have it right here. You said operate with outstanding optimism. That's what you said last night. All right.
I said it and I meant it.
I know you did. Well, Ramona, thanks for joining us and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
So now you can mute yourself, Ramona, and I'd like us to spotlight the 2021-2022 Division P Director, Elizabeth Ruiz. Elizabeth, please unmute yourself and state your vision in one sentence.
Thank you so much. I truly believe in the importance of knowledge sharing and growth. And it's something that I wholeheartedly cannot wait to bring to Division P and help area directors grow so they can help their clubs grow. Thank you.
Thank you for your vision, Elizabeth. Now, please mute yourself again. And now let's spotlight our 2021-2022 Division Q Director, Roop Roy. Roop, please unmute yourself and state your vision in one sentence.
Division Q stands for quality. Quality of clubs, quality of members, quality of meetings. That's what I am going to work on improving.
Thank you so much, Roop, for your vision. And now if you would mute yourself again. Please spotlight our 2021-2022 Division R Director, Cassie Brandley. Now, I believe that Cassie is on Facebook, so I don't know. Can she talk to us?
I'm on.
Yay, Cassie, so wonderful to see you. Would you please state your vision for Division R in one sentence?
Sure. Good question. My division for Division R is to be resilient and grow within Division R to work directly with my area directors and also my clubs. That is my vision for as a division director.
Thank you, Cassie, so much for your vision. Thanks to all our 2021-2022 division directors for sharing your golden visions for next year. Now, I ask all of you 2021-2022 division directors to unmute yourselves to answer my next question together verbally. Are you ready? To all division directors for the 2021-2022 term, will you commit to fulfill the responsibilities of your role as division director for 2021-2022 and to support the district in achieving its mission and the clubs in achieving their mission? If yes, please verbally respond, I will.
I
will.
Congratulations to all our 2021-2022 division directors in District 56. Now, District 56, please give them a virtual round of applause. Thank you, incoming division directors. And now, division directors, if you would, please mute yourselves again and turn your videos off. Thank you all. We will now induct the 2021-2022 Club Growth Director, Program Quality Director, and District Director. Would all of you please turn your videos on? Club Growth Director-elect, Distinguished Toastmaster, Charla Ozen. Program Quality Director-elect, Distinguished Toastmaster Chandra Munagavalasa. District Director-elect, Distinguished Toastmaster Joe Ido. Now, Pam told me that each of you has a gavel. Is that correct? Let me have you unmute yourselves and tell me. So, Charla, do you have a gavel?
Yes, I do. Thank you very much.
All right, so keep that with you. Chandra, do you have a gavel?
Yes, I do.
All right. And Madam District Director-elect, do you have a gavel?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. Or should I say golden? Then we can begin. Please mute yourselves now. All right. 2021-2022 Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Charla Ozen. The Club Growth Director is the third ranking member of the District Executive Committee. As the Club Growth Director, you are responsible for all aspects of marketing. Simple, right? Club building, club retention, and membership building efforts for the district. The Club Growth Director develops a marketing plan in conjunction with other district team members to support the district in meeting membership growth and club growth goals. This includes defining an overall marketing strategy for the district, developing outreach and retention efforts with existing community and corporate clubs, and penetrating new markets. As the Club Growth Director, you recruit, train, and supervise a strong club growth building team to charter new, sustainable clubs, and a club retention team to provide resources such as club coaches to support struggling clubs. Please spotlight our 2021-2022 Club Growth Director, Charla Ozen. Charla, it is table topics time. So I want you to unmute and express your vision for your role in one sentence.
Thank you very much for asking. My vision is remembering that members matter most. District 56. Build on our foundation, grow and retain. Thank you for asking.
Thank you for sharing your vision. Now, please answer the following question. Will you commit to fulfill the responsibilities of your role and to support the district in achieving its mission? If yes, please verbally respond, I will.
I will.
Congratulations. District 56, please give our 2021-2022 Club Growth Director, Charla Ozen, a virtual round of applause. Thank you, Charla. Now, Charla, you have a gavel in front of you. The gavel is the symbol of the responsibility and the authority that you will have as the Club Growth Director for District 56. So in addition to your Club Growth Director responsibilities, because you are the third ranking officer of the District Executive Committee, you will be responsible should the Program Quality Director and the District Director not be available to lead meetings. And you will do so with the responsibility and the authority of that gavel. You may now mute yourself, and you are essentially passing the virtual gavel, which is actually a physical gavel, to the incoming Program Quality Director. Thank you. Please spotlight our 2021-2022 Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Chandra Munagavalasa. The Program Quality Director is the second ranking member of the District Executive Committee. The Program Quality Director assists the Club Vice Presidents of Education and the areas and divisions of the district in utilizing the educational programs and materials of Toastmasters International and has direct responsibility for the following. Are you listening, Chandra? All right, here we go. Training club, area, and division officers, promoting and supporting club quality, pathways, enrollments, and completions, and member retention, formulating specific educational recognition programs, supervising and coordinating district-wide speech contests, and preparing for district conferences. So, Chandra, please unmute yourself now and express your vision for your role in one sentence.
Before I express my mission, I just want to thank you for one thing. The way you said my last name, I think you are the first person to do it right on the very first time.
Well, I'm sorry about slaughtering the first name, so we'll try to get them both in a minute.
I went easy on my first name. It's half of my first name. I can't make my last name half of it, so everybody has to live with it. And my mission is to make sure not just the 4 club officers, but all 7 club officers get trained. They understand their roles and responsibilities so that they can support their club, and the club will become a quality, sustainable club.
Thank you so much for your vision. Now, please answer the following question. Will you commit to fulfill the responsibilities of your role and to support the district in achieving its mission? If yes, please verbally respond, I will.
I will.
Congratulations. District 56, please give the 2021-2022 Program Quality Director, Chandra Munagavalasa, a virtual round of applause. Thank you. You may now mute yourself and pass the virtual gavel to the incoming District 56 Director. And Chandra, as the second ranking officer of District 56, you will be responsible for leading meetings should the district director not be available to do so. And that is the responsibility and authority of the gavel. Thank you. Please spotlight our 2021-2022 District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Joe Ido. As the District Director, you are the Chief Executive Officer, or what I like to say is you're the captain of the District 56 ship, ultimately responsible for achieving the mission of the district in a manner that motivates volunteer leaders and promotes a standard of excellence in all district activities. As the district chief executive officer, you direct the district in a way that fosters quality clubs, grows new sustainable clubs, retains and increases membership, and advances educational completions in the Pathways program to serve the needs of the members of each and every club. Joe, please unmute yourself and express your vision in, I don't care if it's one sentence, it can be multiple sentences as the district director. So please state your vision, but succinctly to your loving audience tonight.
Well, thank you, Lark. That's no pressure whatsoever. My triple E vision is to expand, educate, and evolve. In doing that, all with the district mission in mind. We're going to build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. And I couldn't do it without these wonderful support systems and those past leaders who have helped us build the foundation. Thank you to each and every one who has set the way for us.
As
Thank
of
you.
July the 1st, you will have the power, responsibility, and authority of the gavel. Thank you, Joe, so much for your vision for next year. And now, the question for you. Will you uphold the core values of Toastmasters International, strive to achieve the district mission, and fulfill your district officer responsibilities? If yes, please verbally answer, I will.
I will.
Congratulations. District 56, please give the 2021-2022 District 56 Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Joe Ido, a virtual round of applause. Thank you, Joe. And now you may mute yourself again. We're not finished yet, because now it is time for all members of District 56 to acknowledge their part in next year's district leadership. You, the members of District 56, have elected your district officers for the 2021-2022 program year. You have placed them in leadership positions and have a responsibility to support them. The success of this district is a responsibility of each and every member. So I have a question for you. Unmute yourselves, all of you, and respond. Will you support this district team to be successful in 2021-2022? If yes, please say we will. All right, I want to hear it. We will.
We will.
We will.
We will.
You all.
We will.
We
Thank
all will.
you. Golden members of District 56, now you may mute yourselves again. Congratulations to our 2021-2022 District 56 leaders. It has been my golden honor to induct you tonight. And now I will return control of this meeting to our 2020-2021 District 56 Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Rose Bradford.
Thank you, Madam Golden Lady. I've never seen it done this way before. It had to be classy because that's who you are. Thank you so much. The agenda now calls for the review of old and new business. The question, is there any old business for consideration? Please indicate your name and identify yourself in chat.
There is no business in chat, Madam District Director.
Thank you, Jennifer. So hearing none, I'll move to the next agenda item, which is new business. And as there were no new business items added to the agenda prior to the meeting, it is my deep pleasure to move to the final agenda item. That is the announcements, which we stop the PowerPoint play presentation. But let me share with you what it's about. As you know, we are in the midst of our conference. Tomorrow is a spectacular day. Please, please continue to join in. You don't want to miss tomorrow. It's a full lineup of keynote speakers, educational sessions, and speech contests. On Sunday, we'll have a keynote presentation by Janet Barnhill. Her presentation will be entitled, "That's the Leader I Want to Be." We all need to be there. Followed by a leadership panel, representation of international, regional, and district leaders. I also want to share that Jennifer, that's on the screen, our logistics manager, has arranged for 2 opportunities to purchase items from the district bookstore. While vouchers can't be used, you won't incur taxes, you won't have to pay shipping and handling costs, and your contest medallions and trophies that you've earned will be there for your pickup. Those dates are May the 8th from 12 noon to 2:30 at the Bayland Community Center. That's located at 6400 Bissonnette Street. The second date is May 15th, also from 12 to 2. The location is 3130 Strawberry Road, Suite C in Pasadena, Texas. That information is on the website. Another item I want to mention is that your outstanding officer nominations are due. Please get them in as soon as possible. Any submissions after June 15th will not be acknowledged. Typically, we have awards in the past, the last convention, we will give out different awards. This year, all awards will be given out at the end of the year. I don't want you to get confused on tomorrow when you wonder what happened. All of our year-end, all of our awards will be given at the end of the year when we have complete information. And then lastly, let's finish strong. Our air directors, please continue to finish strong. Hold your council meetings, finish your reports, get the submissions in. What you don't want to do is wait till the end of May and risk having a crash, because this is an international organization and there will be submissions from all over the world. So get those in as soon as possible. We're at the close of this meeting, and the fact is that things are winding down. Just as this meeting is coming to an end, my term is ending soon. The countdown is occurring right before my eyes. Was it what I had hoped for or envisioned? Absolutely not. I miss seeing everyone and getting hugs week after week and the opportunity to hear your stories. Am I proud of the members and leaders in District 56? Absolutely. Wow. I had to use your wow, Lark. We were physically distanced, but remained socially engaged throughout Houston and abroad. Congratulations again to our incoming leadership team, and a huge thank you to this year's air directors and division directors. There are so many rock stars among you, I dare not call names. Our senior 7 leaders and their teams have been amazing. Thanks for serving with me. It has been my pleasure to watch you grow and expand your leadership skills, all the while reaching, teaching, and keeping. You've kept members engaged as best possible, and you kept my vision alive. It only takes one person to make it work, and you have been that one. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause for the District 56 leadership team of today and tomorrow. To all of you, I thank you for your service this year and for taking part in tonight's District Council meeting. So we made it. As we have completed our business, unless there's an objection, the 2021 District 56 Council meeting will be adjourned. I will pause to see if there are any objections.
Madam District Director, there are no objections, just congratulations.
Hearing no objections, this meeting is officially adjourned. Good night, everyone.
Night, night.
Good night, Rose. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Rose. Great job.
Beautiful.
Thank you, God, I'm out.
Night,
Thank you,
everyone.
Rose.
Good night, all.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Congratulations, Joe.
Good
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Rayanne. Pass me the host controls, please.
Yes, doing that now.
Thank you. Thanks, Robert.
This went so nicely, Rose. I mean, I know we have a little hiccups in the beginning because of, I think, the meeting link, but eventually I think everybody joined and it went so nicely. You did a wonderful, wonderful job.
It was nice. And I love the way the spotlighting, the effect in the virtual world. I like that. That was great.
Yeah. I think we're all really experts in this virtual world.
There are definitely experts emerging for sure. You're definitely
You're
among
doing
them.
enough, right? So.
Hmm?
Well, we are still live on Facebook.
Well, let's go,
Okay.
let's stop Facebook, okay. Thank you. And let's stop recording.